Hello, that is I, Deckard Kane, and you're listening to The Boomy Show. Today on the show. No, shit, I've forgotten my lines. Well, you're not supposed to say that. You're just supposed to say, hey, it's episode 77 and stuff. Right. Hello, my friends. It is I, your beautiful host who died because of frickin' butterflies. Today is episode 77, and I like to name it Leah's Hot Ass. Okay, never mind. Just play the music.
It's time for the Boomy Show. But before we go in, do you know the safe word?
Welcome to the Boomy Show, a podcast all about gaming and much, much more. So get comfy, take your pants off, and pour yourself a glass of wine. Cause here's the man with the beard that even Odin himself is jealous of. Here's your lord and master, Boomy. That's right, my friends. It is I, your beautiful host, not Deckard Kane. I apologize. I have not been on my medication as of late. You're on medication? Aren't you dead? Yes, I am kept alive only because of the Force. You know, there could be some weird, like Deckard Kane, the Sanctuary is actually a planet within the Star Wars galaxy. And Deckard Kane was actually a Jedi master person who ran away. It could be a thing, right? Right? Maybe? Maybe not? Who cares? Hello, my friends. It is I again, your host. Hello again. And we are here for episode 77. We're here to have some fun. That's the only thing I like to do is have fun. Nice, drippy, messy fun. She's talking about baking. No, I'm not. I'm talking about... Anyways, we're going to continue on before it goes down the weird-ass rabbit hole of life. My friends, how you doing? I hope everyone's doing well. It is Monday, and we are doing a show on Monday, and hopefully we'll get the show out tonight on Monday. If not, sue me. Anyways, so we're here. It's another show. We're not going to talk about World of Warcraft because I haven't played shit on World of Warcraft. But we're on World of Warcraft. And I got that one time when I was in the Philippines. That is quite... I need to go see my doctor. But, yeah, so we're going to talk mainly about SWTOR. A lot of news coming down the pipeline. And some clarifications here. We got some 5.4 roadmap coming out August 22nd. And we got some clarification here and there from on the forums and on the Mr. Reddit. And we, of course, have general chat happening as well with a very good question by someone who wrote into the show that we will talk about. But my friends, what have I been doing in SWTOR? What haven't I been doing in SWTOR? I've been doing everything in SWTOR. In fact, I started, I won't add all the words just don't work. You know, it sounds a lot like my ex-boyfriend. What does? Ew. Anyways, I apologize so much. So, as I've been doing on the streams, there you go. I'm gonna be doing some light side, icky light side fun with our Jedi Knight on the Harbinger, named Mr. Boomy. He's been having some fun going through that storyline. It's been so long since I've done that storyline that I decided I just want to go play it again and see what the light side options are. And I will admit that every time I hit a light side option, a part of me dies. And it's disgusting. And I prefer dark side only. Oh, Lord, give me the dark side, baby. I'm personally the dark side of the moon. I'd live there with Choo-Choo. Yes, you would. Anyways, continuing on. So I've been having fun doing that, going through that storyline. He's a vigilant Jedi Knight person face stuff. and shit. But having fun there, and I miss Kira, so I want Kira and Jaisa back pronto. It does not appear like they'll be coming back anytime soon, unfortunately, which makes no sense to me. Why aren't they back? They're giant pivotal characters in our class stories. You would think they'd bring them back and not some of the regular cretins that they have brought back. Gus, for example. Wish he would drown, but he's not. He's a stupid fish, so we will just put him in the lake of fire. Vet came back, so that's cool. She's an important pivotal role there, but for the most part, everyone else, Elena, Alora, she came back, and stupid ass Quinn came back. So, but I honestly don't picture them as such fantastic story drivers that Jaisa and Kira are. I personally, and Mako, where's Mako? Why can't Mako come back? So hopefully those will come back in 6.0. I'm working on something right now, especially on some of the SWTOR Reddit threads. Working on some stuff as to where we might be headed story-wise. So I'm compiling that. We'll probably do that for episode 78 down the road. But today we're going to talk about more of the 5.4 stuff with some general chat and some news. What have you been doing? I've just been, trying to get my Jedi up to 70 so I can have a light side equivalent. I have a Sentinel, but I don't want to. There's something about that character that I just don't feel any connection to. And I think that sometimes that's an issue with characters that we get that boost, that level boost on, like the level 65, level 70, or what have you. Something I've been thinking about recently is that there's just not a connection with that character. So, at least for me, I don't feel that connection. I haven't gone through level 1, through all the storylines with it, and where I haven't created almost kind of like a bond, one might argue, with that character. So these boost characters, to me, in a sense, they just kind of seem like throwaway characters. I've deleted a couple already, and that's just where that is. But I'm enjoying the Jedi side. It's kind of fun. I already know what's going to happen, so I'm looking forward to being the pet of the Emperor. That's right.
Shouldn't I be the one who enjoys that, not you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you seem kind of busy nowadays.
What? I'm crocheting. I'm crocheting dildo caps.
What?
No, it's a sling.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it on Etsy.
That would probably make some good money with that.
Oh, right, It's a conversation starter when they're on your coffee table.
Why are you putting those on your coffee table? Shouldn't those be in a box or something?
I'm in at your house, but at my house, I leave them out of display. You never know who might want to try one. Right.
Well, that's, the more you know. So, yeah, I've been doing some PvP here and there, of course. And just, my regular crafting, baby. Just making the money. But let's get into the news. There's been a lot of it. And, we will discuss it and talk about it. Excitement for a new, interestingly new Stronghold. I'm kind of shocked that BioWare has thrown down the gauntlet to give us a second Stronghold shortly after, a month or so after, they released Manon Stronghold, which, by the way, BioWare, it's pissing me off. I don't want to keep hitting the damn spacebar every time I go there. I'm almost to the point to where I'm about to say, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to go to another Stronghold that I have and set up camp there. But it's just, I know, it's just one of those things where it's really, this is an argument, you're arguing against this, but it's kind of like, come on, haven't you learned your lesson since Yavin 4 Stronghold, when, we had the same problems, cutscene problems, we had the same thing, and when you log out, it's saying, oh, you sure you want to log out, because you're not safe here. If I'm not safe in my own Stronghold, where am I ever going to be safe? You would have thunked, Keith, come on, Keith, you would have thunked that the team would have good, well, let's not do that again. This is another reason why you have to test everything on your practice, your PTRs, your PTSs, your PMSs, I don't know, all the PBs.
Hello?
What? No, never mind. Anyways, let's get to the news. There's a lot of it. We gotta cover it. Let's do this.
Command codes verified.
You heroes are a sight for sore eyes.
Don't worry, loves. Cavalry's here.
Sith Empire has returned. Welcome home.
That's right, it is news time. So here's a couple things. Let's just get into it. 5.4 Keith came out and gave us early rendition of the roadmap, and I'm sure there'll be some updates down the road. They did say there would be, so I'm going to assume that they are not lying. Although you never know nowadays. So let's get into it. It's not as heavy and thick as 5.3, but it is a thing. Let's see, it's expected to come out August 22nd with the new game update. It's going to be called Crisis on Umbra, which is a brand new planet that we will be going to. A planet fashioned in darkness. Said our story will continue in the new Flashpoint. Yay, coming on the planet for Umbara, not Umbra. Umbara. This Flashpoint will launch with all three difficulty, story, veteran, and master.
You rang?
For Umbara's master mode, we are trying something new. And okay, now I've already seen some people get all little bitchy titchy on this one, and we will talk about this a little bit. But this is what's going to happen. So this is going to be pretty much on master mode. I said a player will need an average gear rating or eye level of 242 to use Group Finder. Unless you're like, starting your own group with some friends, you're not using Group Finder, then you can go in with whatever gear rating you want to, and if you want to die. They're also they're also going to add to your character UI the rating of your gear, like where is it statistically, where does it stand out? Where are you? Are you 240 or 242 gear? That way, because that's one thing. Like I've played World of Warcraft for 7 years, so I'm used to these mechanics already. We've had this in World of Warcraft for years, and it's always been about eye level and where eye level you at now, and like that determines a lot of things, just like stats does and all this and the other stuff. But eye level has always been a big thing, and I'm almost kind of surprised 5 years in that SWTOR is just now starting to do this. And I know there's been some people bitching on the Twitter and on the social medias about this, and go like, what the hell, man, I can't believe you're gonna fucking do this. What are you doing? It's like, listen, it's something to shoot towards. Like in World of Warcraft, to even start LFR, you have to be a certain eye level. You have to be one you have to be capped, level capped at 100 or 110, or like in SWTOR it would be 70. And then you have to meet a certain criteria of eye level in your gear to be able to get into it. And it's the same for the next LFR that comes out for that, the next boss that comes out from that. You almost have the same thing with dungeons as well. That's how you gear up. Once you're in, that's how you gear up to get into the LFR, to get into raiding and stuff like that. So to me, that's just typical MMO mechanical practice. So I'm glad I'm excited this is actually coming in, because I think this also helps us be able to contour our characters even more, tuning more in regards of gearing them outside of just whether you're looking at your melee or your force damage, and am I getting the right critical, or where's my alacrity? Is my alacrity where I need it to be? Or my accuracy? Where is this? Where's my mastery right now? Outside of just looking at that, we also now have to look at, where's my eye level? Is my eye level where I need it to be? Is it a 242? Am I averaging out to 242 to where I can get in to do this? I see nothing wrong with this. I think this is a good move in the right direction. And I know some people who are not used to this, just used to be able to go in and do whatever. Guess what? Not anymore. Suckers. But yeah, there's been some gnashing of teeth on that one. The Umbara Stronghold. Now this ties in with your Flashpoint. This is the most unique stronghold yet, as you will be able to decorate your very own moving train. I think this is interesting. I know some people on the forums have come up with some interesting stronghold events that could go along with this, like, kind of like a Jesse James thing. You have train robbers try to come on and you have to ward them off, defend them. I think that'd be freaking cool. You had stuff like that happening with your, not your strongholds, but your personal player housing in World of Warcraft during, Warlords of Poopar and Warlords of Draenor, but still, same thing. You had that with your stronghold stuff there, with your personal player housing, where you would have attacks coming in every once in a while, and it's just a quest that you had to do. And I think that'd be something that would be really cool to have tied into your stronghold, instead of just because you're on a moving train. It's not like you're underwater like you are in Manan, or you're just floating up somewhere on Nar Shaddaa. But I think that would be kind of cool. I think that would be interesting to have different levels. And you would get, I think it'd be cool. They talked about, someone in the forum said, oh, that'd be cool. You get different type of gear, or maybe decos because of this. I'm on board. I think that's awesome. Said you'll also need to complete the flashpoint a few times, and we'll talk about that. He gave out a number of how many times you're going to have to do that. And I have that somewhere here. So here it is. He came out with an update on that one and how many it's going to be. He says, unless we change it before release, you're going to have to do, if you're only doing story mode, solo mode. Okay, that's cool. So we're doing solo mode. Awesome. You have to do that 10 times before you can get a key that you can buy from a vendor to unlock the stronghold, and you can do everything at a reduced cost. But anyway, so 6 times for veteran, 3 times for master mode will give you enough currency to buy the key, like I said, from the vendor. Says what he doesn't know yet is the reduction amount of credits or cartel coins, so because they're just finalizing things on that right now. He continues on, also saying, in short, you will need to run the flashpoint to earn currency. That currency can be used to purchase rewards from a vendor, including the key to purchase a stronghold. Once you have the key, you can then unlock the stronghold for a reduced amount of credits. You cannot outright purchase the stronghold. It has to be earned by running the flashpoint to get the key. Now, my only thought and caveat to this whole thing is, I honestly don't think... Okay, I think you should just get a key and actually just open up the first part of the stronghold. Or the first car, if it's a train, right? If it's the first car of the stronghold, the key should just open that up. And then the other rooms, the other cars, or what have you, then should be set to a reduced price for that. But I have no problem with this. I think this is fine. 10 times solo mode, if I could do that all in one sitting, that's fine. But we will see what happens there. Of course, you had someone who I was not a fan of. I'm not going to say his name. I have it posted here in my notes. He said, so we have to earn in-game currency and credit, cartels coins. So you are making us pay with the new game currency and grind times. Geez, how cheap can you guys get? You really are giving us less and less reasons to stay, aren't you? Okay, lazy ass. Welcome to an MMO. Grinding is what you do.
Well, welcome to my life.
It's what you do. Time and grinding out. Time to get the best gear, best in slot, crafting match, whatnot. It's called an MMO where it sucks your time. That's what it's here to do. Stop being lazy. If you want something, you have to work for it, millennial. That means, yeah, time and getting in-game currency, you're gonna have to work towards it. Duh. Hello? You probably suck at real life too, thinking that everything should just be given to you. Go away. Fuck off. So get off your lazy ass or leave the game. And thirdly, don't speak for the rest of us. In fact, you are more than likely a part of the very small minority of people who believe this in this game. You're probably someone who hasn't played MMOs all your life. You think that the whole world owes you shit. Guess what? The world owes you nothing. It was here before you were. Dumbass. So, yeah. Apparently, I was following that thread, and this person, who shall not be named, was saying some other stuff too, and Keith had said, so, hey, you're really, you're really on fire today. But yeah, see, let's get back to the roadmap. Companions customization. Senya, a little cougar action, can now have her weapons and armor customized. Also, Lana, Koth, and Senya's hairstyles are available to purchase to customize your character. That's awesome. I also thought that we were going to be able to customize our weapons via the costume closet designer doohickey, but apparently that hasn't happened yet. Or I'm just really missing something. Quality of life coming up, and this is really cool. Companions can now be summoned while moving. Yay! See, a new feature on the in-game preference screen has been added for higher graphic settings. Yes, to improve the realism of contrast and shadows. That's awesome. I'm looking at. I had went into my settings and realized that the lighting, for some reason it was on low. I don't know why it was on low. My machine could do everything on ultra. I must have set it there on another. It's just weird. So I went in and I set it on to maximum, and let me tell you, it makes one hell of a difference with how lights look in game. It looks really, really good. So I'm looking forward to this. I know there are people with older computers. I've got one upstairs in my office that I use primarily for crafting. Yeah, it would not be able to run it. So I'm looking forward to that. Yay! They have some more class bounds coming out. The following disciplines are receiving changes: your lethality and ruffian, your concealment and scrapper, your medicine salvos, fury and concentration, carnage / combat are all being changed. Season 8 for PvP will be coming to an end soon. We will post the full breakdown of rewards and screenshots in the coming weeks, but in the meantime, they say the top rewards include a full weapon set and new Ember Macron mount. Yady. That's right. So we are also going to be making changes to daily and weekly mission rewards for PvP with the intent of substantially improving unassembled component gain for players who complete both ranked and unranked missions. Good. I'll be happy about those said changes. Okay, they also came out with some more updates here and there. What else is there to say? Oh, Eric came out and wanted to say something about rank 4 command crates and the RNG, because some people have been asking questions about that. I said I wanted to address some of the questions, concerns here in the thread. He talks about the forum post. You should go there. If you don't, you should be totally fine. Death. First, we have made no adjustments to the drop rate of items from command crates since we introduced Tier 4. And we have rebalanced the drops from Tier 1 and 3. If you see that there seems to be a change in what you are experiencing at some point, throw that in the bug reports and we can look into it. Because some people, I think RNG has not been a good mistress to them. I have gone through moments like this. We all do. It's welcome to an MMO. Stop bitching and complaining. Should they raise it up a little bit? I don't know. That's up to them. I don't care. I'm command crates, but keep in mind that you can consistently get them from other sources. You can upgrade into one from using unassembled components to get them as drops from master mode, final bosses, and veteran gods from the machine. This happened as part of our shift to make Galactic Command more supplementary to your gearing. So that's another thing. Some people have been pitchforking that one because, the RNG gods have not been their best friends. But at the same time, you never know. Tomorrow could be your RNG day. That could be when the RNG is like, let's do this. Is there an issue with the RNG stuff? I don't know. I don't see it. I'm not there yet, so I can't really comment too heavily about it. So yeah, suck it. Suck it long. Suck it long, Tom, baby. Yeah. Ooh, Jacka. Ooh. I don't know. Just please forgive me on. Okay, so they came out and updated a little bit more on preference with what's coming on 5.4. Some of the nit and gritty in there. The whole team's been really busy getting ready for 5.4, and I'm sure there's parts of the other team working on the new expansion. They haven't said anything about there being a new expansion, but come on, we're getting to that point to where we all know. So an announcement's probably going to be made soon. I say that because it'll probably be made sometime in September after. We'll see where Umbara goes and where the story goes with that one, but come on, let's be realistic here, shall we? The same, come on. Gadur, Stan. But he says the class changes 5.4. It says we will be making the posts around each of the upcoming class changes akin to what we did with 5.3. He said he hopes to start those this week. Season 8 rewards. The rewards blog is nearly finished, and it will contain all the details because he's trying to be cool and trendy, including tier breakdowns and reward screenshots. I'm pretty confident it will go up next week as well. We'll give you a status update next week. So a lot of this stuff I got the ending of last week. So this week seems to be the week that a lot of this stuff is probably going to drop. So unassembled component breathe, dude. As Keith alluded, this is Eric talking to previously, there are unassembled component changes coming in PvP mission rewards. The TLDR is that we want you to be able to get more unassembled components each week overall, while also making ranked play a bit more appealing. We are in the final stages of locking down these exact numbers, so look to a post on this next week. Like I said, this week, keep your eyes out. It looks like a lot of stuff's going to drop this week. It says follow up on bolster discussion. It was clear from the discussion thread because people were in there saying that, oh, it should be at this part. But it's like, well, why the hell do you need gear then? Whatever. Everyone's on the same playing field. Well, no, because if you were spending your time, your precious time to get the gear that you want to get, so you become awesome, then why should you get penalized because an asshat who just came into PvPing is now at the same place you are, even though they did not work for it? Sounds like communism, but yeah, that's the whole thing. So he continues to say, based on the feedback discussion thread, we are planning to add unassembled components to Master Mode boss drops with the GU 5.5. Game update 5.5. Okay, so right there, we know there will be a 5.5. Duh. But I'm telling you, they're gonna say something soon. Bolster discussion, as he continues, it was clear from the discussion thread that most of you would like to see bolster go as high as possible, while still meeting our team's goal of having gear progression be relevant. We'll be increasing bolsters to 242 in PvP, and they'll be increasing it in game update 5.5 as well, which I'm going to assume that will probably come out sometime in September. I honestly think that people should just go do PvP, and just do PvP, and your time in it is the reward you get. And I don't think it should be everyone goes in and it's on the same level playing field. I don't believe in that in real life, and I don't believe in that in game life. So if you have a problem with that, suck it. Don't care. A lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. This week we will definitely keep our eyes on what is happening this week. Yes, most assuredly. And we'll let everyone know come the next episode for that. But I'm looking forward to the new Umbara Stronghold train. That should be interesting. Yeah, I mean, is it underwater train? Because that'd be even better if the thing went underwater. And I would like to have pure nothing but darkness. I have known nothing about this Umbara planet. Know nothing about it. All of that is shrouded in darkness. And I'm all for that, baby. Bring on the darkness, baby. Bring it on and cover my naked body in the darkness. Yeah. Do it, man. Do it! So, yes, that's the thing that's there. That's the news right now. Okay, so let's get into some general chat stuff, my friends. So, guys, again, thank you for all the people who've been sending in their questions and comments and whatnot. And we will get to those. One that I picked out for this show, or for this episode at least, came from someone named Lady Sithy Poo. That's a great name. Said, I love your show, Boomy. Need some advice, though. My boyfriend and I started a guild a few years ago. And we're all good friends in this guild, but recently a new member has been harassing me. Uh-oh. I don't mind friendly flirting, but he has really made it so that I have anxiety logging in. The problem is, the other problem is, he's a good friend of my boyfriend. Why is that always the case? Why is it always the case there? And my boyfriend says he's just joking around and that I shouldn't worry about it. What should I do? Well, Lady Sithy Poo, that is not the first time I've ran into that problem. I've heard about this before in other shows, things like that. And here is my thing. It's a twofold thing. This is an issue sometimes that people have, or guilds have, because I've known there's a lot of people that I've known that have started guilds with their significant others, and it's the internet, and it's a whole giant world of people, so you're gonna have people coming in, and some with the best of intentions, and some people are just not going to get the hint. And apparently it sounds like this guy is not getting a hint whatsoever. As you know, and what do we do in that type of situation? I think it sounds like you went and told your boyfriend about this, And I mean, that's a good thing to do, is tell your significant other, this person's harassing me, this person, is making me feel uncomfortable. I don't know what to do. And on a perfect side, and when all things are perfect, one could, one would hope that your significant other would be like, okay, I'll go talk to this person, especially if it's their friend, and we'll calm things down, because you would think on one side of the coin that your significant other should believe you. How many times have I seen it where they, for some reason, because guys are stupid, and girls fall for the same thing, will take their friend's side because their friend's like, dude, I'm not doing that. What are you talking about, dude? She needs to chill out. Whatever. No. Listen, if you feel like you're being harassed in the game, you're feeling uncomfortable playing any game, especially if you're all in the same guild where you're supposed to, a guild, you're supposed to be copacetic. You're supposed to come together. It's supposed to be like a family. And if you're having that type of feeling, you feel like you're being harassed by a member of that family, and you bring it to, the leaders who might be, and they do jack crap about it, then there's an even bigger problem. So, this is, I read the question, and something I've been thinking about, like, what should this person do? What should you do, Lady Sithy Poo? Now, part of me would say, I know a great guild, Unholy Alliance, and a Wookiee Mistake. We'll take you in. We love you. Come in. It'll be great. It's a family experience, and you won't feel harassed at all. I'll kick his ass. I know you will. We both will kick his ass. Don't worry. Outside of that, I think you really need to sit down with your boyfriend and just go, hey, listen, this is what this dude's been saying to me. And if he continues to do it, screenshot it and show him and let him see that, yes, this is what's going on. And if I were your BF, I would definitely kick this guy straight out of the guild as well, and then report him for harassing you. Especially, if you have, you didn't say that you have, but if you haven't, you need to tell this guy to stop. Just like to stop. Put him on ignore, which sometimes is hard to do in guild because you never know what someone might be saying. When you hit that nice little ignore button, you just see the other side of the conversation. You're like, what's happening here? I don't get it. But yeah, you need to, outside talking to the person, and it seems like your boyfriend's kind of taking the side of this douchebag, then I think what you need to do is, you need to, I think you really need to sit down and think about, should I leave? Because no one is worth it, whether whoever they might be, to impact your playing to the point where you have anxiety logging into the game. And that you should never get to that point, and it should never be allowed to get to that point. So one of the things you probably should do is, this is your game. This is whether you're subbing or if you're not subbing, I don't know. But this is your game. This is the time that you invest in to have fun, to relax, to enjoy. And you need to make, what's the greatest, what do we do? Do you stay with your guild? Do you break off and start another guild with other like-minded people in there? And do you run the risk of this asshat following you, which is typically what happens? Or do you, change to a new server? It's like one of those things where it's like, you shouldn't have to be doing that type of stuff, but sometimes to find some peace and quiet, you have to. And that is sad. And I know, I don't know what server you're on. It didn't say. That's totally fine. But you can always contact me and let me know. The Harbinger will take you. Harbinger, man, we'll take it before the server merges hit and we all, something happens. But yeah, I think you really need to sit down with your boyfriend and really just, if this guy harasses you again, screenshot it and let your boyfriend see it. And if your boyfriend continues to take his friend's side on this one, then I think it's time to sit down and think about whether or not you need to go find yourself another guild to go into, and whether or not that relationship with your boyfriend is a thing. I'm not here to tell you to break up with anyone, but if he is going to, be somewhat that immature and non-trusting of you, then there's an issue, and it needs to be taken care of. And I have no issue helping you with that as well. But yeah, this goes for anything out there. We should never get to a point where we feel hesitant to log into a game that we love or we used to love and enjoyed playing to help drown out the real life demons that are out there, which a lot of people plug into games like this to do such a thing like that. And it's You know, there's a few things you can do, like we just mentioned, that could help you out there, whether it's reporting him to in-game game masters, putting that person on ignore. We talked a little bit about this in the last episode. Confronting that person, going to your guild leadership officers, your guild master, talking to them, because more often than not, it's not going to be a boyfriend or girlfriend thing, and it's just some guild members being a dick and just bothering you. More often than not, the guild officers and masters will just, will try to calm out the situation, try to take care of it. Me having been a guild master and an officer in plenty of guilds, I've been confronted with this scenario a number of times. And don't get to the point where you're just not going to play the game anymore. If this is something you love to do, play it. That other person, the magic of ignoring someone is amazing, because more often than not, they will just leave you alone. Now, if they don't, then it becomes a bigger issue, and you really need to just call customer service, just really put in a lot of flags and reports on this person. And BioWare's pretty good at nipping harassment in the bud. They will ban the person's account and IP stuff, so they can't come back and try to make up another account and go after you, because apparently then it's your fault, right? How many times have we run into this in real life, where someone's being a dick to you, you confront them and do something about it, and then it becomes your fault for everything that's happening because of the thing that dickhead did to you, right? How many times does that happen, right? It's like, oh my god, I can't believe you did this, it's all your fault. It's like, you're the one being an asshole. No, you're just not being cool. You're just, let it go, man. It's like, no, you're being an asshole, and I'm doing something about it. Yeah, but this happened to me then, because now it's your fault. It's like, no, it's really your fault. It's really your fault. So yeah, I hope that helped. I hope that helped anyone else who might be having issues out there like that. And it's just one of those evils and stupid things that comes with playing with other people. You don't really get that when you're just doing an FPS by yourself, unless you have multiple personalities like I do, and then they start, belittling you, and you just get used to it after a while. It's just what it is. But yeah, email me again. Let me know how things are going. I hope things get a little better. And if you have any more questions or comments and concerns, let me know, and I will try to help you out there, whether you just want to keep it private or if you want to do it on air, that's perfectly fine. I have run into a couple people who just want to keep things on the DL, which is completely fine. And if that is you who have questions, comments, concerns, need advice, and you just want to keep it on the DL and not have it broadcasted to thousands of people, that's perfectly fine. Let me know about that too. But if you do have, if you are having issues in game, whether it has to be with social stuff, whether you're going through social anxiety, which happens to be a big thing within our gaming community, a lot of people who do have social anxiety issues tend to play these games because it helps them. It's a window. It's a release. It's a release valve for them to be able to come into a game, into a world that they create, that they have a control of. Whereas in real life, they don't have that control, and that anxiety really kicks in, and it really hinders them from living a normal life. It really does. And it is a serious thing out there, and I think sometimes people need to be more cognizant of such things. Anxiety is not just, sometimes, yes, anxiety, we're just a bit fearful of doing something because we've never done it before. But there are people who truly suffer from this crippling thing that causes them to shut down immediately and literally crawl into a hole. And sometimes SWTOR is that place to where they can have relief and be away from it, and they don't want to be confronted by assholes who are making it almost impossible for them to log in and play a place that used to be their quote-unquote safe space. But it also comes down to people in their guilds and people they surround themselves with too. If you see something happening, say something. Don't just be the bystander who's assuming that someone else is calling 911 when you saw the accident. It's probably just you, because how many people assume that next person next to him is going to do the right thing? When it becomes a domino effect, everyone's assuming someone's going to do something, and then nothing gets done. So if you do see your friend in the guild, something's happening, you see they're acting different, whisper them. If you're friends with them on Twitter or Facebook or whatever social media you decide to choose and have with this person, contact them. Say, hey, what's going on? What help do you need? And numbers help. When you have a group of people coming together to fight one thing, it helps. And as someone who's been a guild master and an officer before in some guilds, when you see people coming together to circle the wagons around one person to help protect them and help be with them, whether or not they are having harassment issues, or they are suffering from anxiety, or they suffer from a loss in a family, or there's just something really going on that day and they just need something. A guild should be there to offer what they may not be getting in real life outside of the computer. And so that's why I think it's very important, and I'm very happy with Unholy Alliance. And a lot of the guilds I've been in, I have not dealt with the true toxicity that is out there. But they've been very family-oriented style guilds, to where everyone comes together and circles the wagons around people who might be just, having a shitty day or might be suffering from anxiety issues. And the other part comes down to the person too who is going through those issues, because it sometimes is a little scary to put yourself out there and to ask for help. And I would have to say, don't be afraid to ask for help, because there are people within our community who would love to help you. There are professionals within our community who would love to help you. And what else is a guild for but to be there not only to help you kill and pew all the bad guys, but also to be there to help you and be your friend. And that's my statement on that one. It's like, don't be afraid to ask for help. And people who hear this person asking for help, don't be afraid to offer them help. You never know what that little whisper of, hey, what's up? Is everything, how's everything going? You never know how helpful that is for someone who might be going through an issue in game / or in real life. So that's it. The show's a little shorter today than typical, probably because last week was a bit longer than normal. I think I got on a soapbox and I did my soapboxy shit on that one, my friends. So before we end the show, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, having some problems in game, having some social stuff like that, my email, theboomyshow@gmail.com, is open for anyone to get in there, and we will chat and we will talk and we will see what's going on. And especially, let me caveat it with this: if you don't want your name to be released, then let me know. This person in this last email said it was okay, and what are the odds that person's listening? But at the same time, I will get on that person's ass. I will get on the bad person's ass immediately if they keep bothering you. That's just what I do. Tell me what. Just let me know what server you're on. I'll take care of them. That's right. I'll take care of them. You betcha. So, men, may your beards grow long and full, and Billy Vixens stay healthy. Friends, have yourself a great week. We'll see you on the flip side for episode 78. And keep the comments and stuff coming. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the tremendous downloads and putting up with my weird ass shitness. My friends, have yourself a good day. All of y'all. We'll see you later. Okay, bye now.
I'm bending over. That's what I'll do. No lube.
Well, that's right, folks. It's the end of the show. If you want to contact the show, email us at theboomyshow@gmail.com. If you want to find us on Twitter, @Abomination. From all of us here at Twisted Minds Network, we thank you for your support and for your love. Now, put the arms up. Remember, it's all about community and love. Oh, and if you want to be part of the Boomy Nation growing family, follow us at twitch.tv/BoomyNation. Be part of a growing family and an amazing experience. We'll talk to you later.
This has been a production of Twisted Minds Network.